Hey folks, welcome back. So we had a detailed section on CloudFormation, and we are in the Elastic Beanstalk section of the course. In this lesson, we're going to talk about using these two services together. So in the DevOps doctrine, let's click on Using with CloudFormation. With CloudFormation, your use case can be if you want a simple yet finely controllable way to model and version collections of AWS resources. Version control, configuration management, infrastructure as code. All these great terms that apply to CloudFormation. And then with Elastic Beanstalk, a use case is if you want to quickly get code running scalably and reliably without worrying about the underlying resources. And thinking of these two services together reminds me of a great line from the movie Meet the Parents. The main character is asked if he wants lobster or steak, and his reply is, "How about a little bit of both, K-Dog?" So yeah, we can do both. Maybe you like the features of Elastic Beanstalk when working with applications, but you want that control provided by CloudFormation. And the two combined together can make a great team. So with CloudFormation, you keep your infrastructure definition under source control and make it easy to evolve. Versioning your infrastructure, it's an amazing feature. You can test changes to your infrastructure on staging accounts and review them before deployment. And if you do it right, no undocumented changes can happen in your infrastructure. You can roll back to previous versions of your infrastructure very easily. Whereas Elastic Beanstalk provides a great environment to run and operate your applications. Elastic Beanstalk allows you to test various versions of your application, and when paired with CloudFormation, you can quickly adjust your infrastructure to meet the needs of your app while maintaining robust configuration management. Now let's take a look at our diagram. We're going to use a CloudFormation template, create a stack, and within this stack will be an Elastic Beanstalk environment, complete with an Elastic Load Balancer, auto-scaling group, EC2 instances, and an S3 bucket, which will contain a PHP application ready for installation on the EC2 instances. And this is a simplified scenario, but doesn't matter the complexity of the scenario. If you want to version your applications, you can work with your application in Elastic Beanstalk. If you need to change your infrastructure, you can update your stack. When you update, you provide an updated template and update your infrastructure. So you're getting the best of both worlds with Elastic Beanstalk and CloudFormation. So let's take a look at this setup in the management console. We are in CloudFormation. Let's click Design Template. We want to paste in a template. We always want to make sure we're on the Template tab, or you'll definitely get some errors. All right, so I'm just going to expand the code, and we'll run through this template quickly. So it's a pretty simplified template, but again, it doesn't really matter the complexity of the environment. So right off the bat, we're creating a resource. Oh, and guess what? It's an Elastic Beanstalk application. So you probably knew this, but if you didn't, now you do. You can create Elastic Beanstalk is a valid resource in CloudFormation, making it easy to pair the two together. Another resource is application version. Now the key part of this is here. We are retrieving our application from S3. Then we have an Elastic Beanstalk configuration template. Application name, providing a namespace, Elastic Beanstalk sample configuration template. And here we go. setting up an auto-scaling group, min size of 2, max size of 6, and it is load balanced, providing a stack name, and finally an elastic Beanstalk environment. So it's good to have an understanding of how this is constructed within a CloudFormation template. And notice this template does not have any parameters. So just running through these resource types again, AWS Elastic Beanstalk application. Well, that's pretty straightforward. We're creating our Elastic Beanstalk application. Then we have our Elastic Beanstalk application version. We can create an application version and an iteration of deployable code for our Elastic Beanstalk application. So we know this. We can have different versions of our application. Now, the configuration template actually deploys different versions of an application by using configuration settings that you define. And finally, the Elastic Beanstalk environment, which of course creates or updates the Elastic Beanstalk environment. In this case, we're going to create this environment, referencing the application name. Let's validate and create. Let's click Next. Give our stack a name, click Next. Next again, and then we can create. Let's refresh. And keep an eye on our stack. And note now we have a second stack, which is the Elastic Beanstalk environment. Now, our Elastic Beanstalk stack is built already. So let's check that out. And let's go to Outputs. So the stack creation is complete already, although the original stack creation is still in progress. Now, can we browse to this? And there we go. There is our Elastic Beanstalk PHP application. And we can manage this code through Elastic Beanstalk. We can manage our infrastructure through CloudFormation. And creation complete. So there's an example of using Elastic Beanstalk with CloudFormation. Manage your applications and infrastructure using these two services for what they're best at. So what's a good use case for this? Let's say you need to implement A/B deployments for several multi-tier web applications. And here's the key. Each of them has its individual infrastructure. So you could use CloudFormation templates, and as we just saw, create the Elastic Beanstalk application and all the necessary resources within the same template. And then new versions with different infrastructure could be deployed using CloudFormation templates to again create the Elastic Beanstalk environment. So you have these multiple Elastic Beanstalk environments. You're doing A/B deployments. So in the A/B scenario, you have your Elastic Beanstalk application multiple times with different infrastructures, and you want to test these at the same time. Usually you're comparing these environments with each other and seeing which is best. But what you can do, in addition to the CloudFormation stacks containing the Elastic Beanstalk environments, is you can use Route 53 and weighted routing to route traffic to these different environments as you see fit. So that's a use case. And again, you're trying to get the best of both worlds, combining CloudFormation with Elastic Beanstalk. Great control of your infrastructure, versioning, configuration management with CloudFormation, and the great control of your apps and versioning with Elastic Beanstalk. So with that, we have completed this lesson. Let's move on to the next.